Hello, my fellow idiots. I am giving you a small little test run here, checking our new settings for the stream recording that we are going to be doing this weekend. And you guys, this is exactly what we're going to be playing. So, I already have a spot set where I was doing some tests earlier. But we are going to go on ahead and see how well everything works. Now, it should be all set. I think I've got it set up in the audio configurations correctly. For me, you guys, this thing is so loud. But I believe on the actual recording, as far as for what gets streamed and how it actually sounds in the game, as far as on the recording or on during the stream, that the audio properties are balanced correctly. So, but this is what we are going to be playing on the stream this weekend, as requested by a couple of different viewers. So, you know what? This really is, it's one of my favorite games as far as RPGs go. And because of that, I specifically said that I would consider playing it. And so we're just doing a little bit of test here to make sure that everything's going to run correctly. Figure I'll get to a specific point whereby we'll be picking the stream up, mainly where this video ends. And I'm thinking at present I will probably end this video right before the first boss is where I'm thinking we will end this. So, and the other thing is right now, as it is, I am playing through this, just kind of having some fun. So again, this is just for testing. When it comes to the stream, depending on how this recording comes out, we may be restarting from the beginning. If this comes out extremely well, we may not. So, but we are here in Bowser's Castle, and I do know that we need to jump on this guy so that to defeat this, because you don't want to just take on Bowser directly. That should do that. No, it's a chain reaction. And I do apologize for the sound, you guys. I am currently running this through my Dazzle hooked to my computer, and I've got the Dazzle plugin for OBS running, but it messes the sound up. It's like if you hear it, it's like I had to boost part of the audio channel to get the left and right to balance correctly, because it's in stereo. However, in doing so, it kind of sounds digitized. At least it sounds digitized to me. It's like it's trying to compensate. I mean, I know that, like, the software is compensating, but it's like it's trying to compensate, and it's, I don't know, the audio sounds a little particular weird as far as I can tell. what I may do is, instead of running this through my Super Nintendo into my Dazzle and then into my computer, is I may end up having to run this emulated and use my computer joystick, my gamepad, and play it that way. Don't know yet, though. I'm going to try to avoid doing that because a lot of emulators that you get, they change the graphics and they change the audio files, and a lot of times they're not even in English, from what I've gathered off of a couple of these, is that they are not even, hey, come here, that they're not even in English. So, or if they are in English, they are translated into English. What did I... Oh, I forgot to do the save thing. Yeah, thanks, Toad. I'm not particularly worried about that right now. So, but I'm hoping this comes out okay. We've worked really hard at perfecting the settings on this through OBS to make this run correctly. So, and it seems to, from other tests that we've done, we did a test with this, not recording, but just a quick stream test. We did that over on Casey's channel using this, and adjusting the volume and the audios and that kind of thing. And Casey tested it. Ashram tested it, was watching and said, why can't I get up? Oh, I wasn't on there. And said that it sounds really good. Video was coming across okay. Wasn't laggy, it wasn't anything like that. So we will see. That's pretty much the only thing I can say, is we will see how well it works. And bump. Yeah, I know. Hand me a mushroom. I do know how to use them. As I said, guys, this is just testing, so I'm kind of like bypassing some of the text and stuff here. That's why I said, if it comes out good, then I may start over from the beginning. If it does, then we may just pick up right where this left off. Yes, I know about timed hits. Toad, if you had just watched me earlier, you would have seen me attacking them in the castle, and I was doing timed hits just fine. Yeah. See you. Give me some more mushrooms. Thank you. Mushroom Way. So I'm kind of excited, you guys. I really am. I'm looking forward to this stream. And I've had a number of people already who have said, hey, we're really looking forward to it, and that they were passing on the information. Again, don't know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. The way it looks right now is I may be doing it Sunday afternoonish. Just for the simple fact that I know there's a number of streams, people, YouTubers as well as streamers, that I tend to watch on Saturdays and Sundays, and I don't want it to, like, interact, try to compete with them, because I'm not out for competition, anything like that. I really want to just make sure that I'm not... I meant to hit the mushroom guy, not these turtles. But I don't want to, try to seem like I'm taking away from them, because I'm not. So I may end up doing it just on an early Sunday afternoon, because I've noticed that there's not a whole lot of people who are streaming during that particular time on Sunday. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for at the moment. And I know, like, Casey and Estrom and them, they were saying that it's kind of going to suck for them, because that is pretty much early to almost middle of the night for them. So they may not be on the stream, but they at least have helped to get everything kind of set up and going. The one thing we still have left to check out is the StreamMate, which will help to provide... Hey, come here. Which will help to provide kind of a channel bot, as well as... God, what all did they say was in that? Let's see, there's a channel bot involved. There's a whole filtering system that's involved. It's a really good program for Twitch if you're going to be streaming. So, likely going to... I'll come back in. Hey, when I always get stuck on some of these textures, I'm telling you. So, but we still got to get the StreamMate set up. Otherwise, pretty much everything's ready to go, and depending on who is in the stream, I may assign temporary moderators for that stream, and we'll see how it goes from there. So that is the plan anyway. Alright, silly Goombas. I should be leveling about any time now, actually. Oh, did I call that or what? Okay, let's see here. Hit points go up 3 on that one. Power only goes up 1, so we will do hit points. Usually I don't mess with, like, the flower points, which is what the stars are. I find that it's much easier to flip-flop back and forth between whether or not power has more or health has more. Because later on in the game, once you unlock the special shells, what I end up doing is I end up putting a one-hit protector kill on Mario, and then I end up equipping him with not only the attack shell but also the defensive shell, and he, for the most part, you guys, from that point forward, he's pretty much invulnerable. Not saying that he's completely invulnerable, but he is pretty much invulnerable. So, and now that's still way later in the game, though, because you get almost to the end of the game before that happens. But like I said, this is really one of my favorite RPGs of RPGs. Out of my list of RPGs, put it that way. There I have only a few that I really classify as... Where's he at? as being like some of my all-time favorite RPGs. And on that list, no particular order, but on that list is, and this is excluding MMOs, this is just like single-player RPGs. But on that list is like Mario RPG, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX, the Camelot Sun RPGs, I'm trying to think. There's a list. Everybody has like a list of their favorite games, and which there are a few, and that's not even including, like, Zelda is a traditional form of an RPG, but it's kind of Zelda is an RPG, but it's a specific type. It's a certain type of RPG. It's not so much with the, say, traditional numbers, like what you would expect in an RPG. Usually when I'm thinking of an RPG, I'm thinking of something like this, where it has levels, experience, on top of, like, say, the items, as you go through. That's what, Legend of Dragoon is a really good example of what I consider to be just a regular RPG. There are levels, there are items, there are things by which you build up on. An even more traditional yet modern RPG would be like, say, like, say, take for instance Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. For anybody who hasn't played it, it is a very, very dumbed down version of a JRPG for the US. And in doing that, I need to use a mushroom. But it is a very traditional one. But it's been very dumbed down, and it really is. It's a kind of like a kiddie RPG, D20 type RPG turned into a console game. And then there's games that are actual, like, D20 turned games, where you get into, like Dungeons and Dragons and Rift and a couple of those other, Palladium, where you get into that. So, but just general fun RPGs, this one is one of the ones that's really up on my list. So, I am going to take out these guys, and once I do, I may go right back up into that other area, and that's where we will call the video. And then I will pick up, because I'll run back to Mario's house and save, and that's where we will pick up in the next video, or where we will pick up on the stream, actually, is right back to here. So we will get to this point. Alright. And I may, because usually I level up before I go fight this boss guy. I usually get to, like, say, level 5 or something. So I may do that prior to the stream also. And when we pick up, we'll pick up right back there. So, but just wanted to give you guys a small little taste of what we're going to be doing on the stream. And of course, we'll have the interaction, because you guys will be there and be able to talk and everything as well. So, thank you very much for watching. If you would, hit that like button for me. It helps me out, helps the channel out. If you haven't done so already and you would like to see more, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Any helpful hints, tips, tricks, comments, suggestions, come give them to me during the stream. Again, it's looking right now, it's going to be early Sunday afternoon is when we're going to do the actual stream. So I'm going to shoot for that time. If you don't follow me on Twitter, check my Twitter feed. You don't have to necessarily click, follow, but check my Twitter feed, and I'll actually have, as time gets closer, I'll actually have the actual times of when we're going to do the stream and everything on it. So, but thank you very much, you guys, and I will see you in the stream when we play Legend of the Seven Stars Mario RPG. Laters!